The Texas end of year sellout ends 6 p.m. Thursday. £3 million worth of surplus stock slashed in price. It ends Thursday at Texas. Be there.
The Algarve, one of the most favoured areas for British holidaymakers, was discovered in the late 50s by British builder Richard Costain, who last year contracted to develop a new 5,000-acre leisure development in Spain. Now, Costains have discovered another beautiful part of the world, which is already a favourite holiday area. They have discovered Cornwall, more precisely, Clowance, one of the most luxurious holiday group ownership developments. Clowance is situated in 95 acres of park, lakes and woodland. The lodges are furnished to a sumptuous standard with TV, video and hi-fi, superb Bosch kitchen, relaxing sauna, whirlpool bath and spacious bedrooms. You can also exchange for a luxurious holiday throughout the world at a fraction of what you would normally expect to pay. Costains have invested substantially in this 5-star development. All you have to spend is a couple of hours as guests of Clowance to discover the benefits you and your family can enjoy. Phone this number now.
Now, if I tell Mr. Green that when I was in the washroom I overheard Mr. Brown telling Mr. White that it was Mr. Grey who'd condoned Mr. Black's decision on Project Orange, then Mr. Green will view Mr. Black in a very different light, which will then leave Mr. Grey with no alternative but to accept the job in the Reykjavik sub-office. And I'll get his new Vauxhall Carlton CD.
The Carlton from Vauxhall. Once driven, forever smitten.
Tissues. Softness is our strength.
The Quality Furniture sale starts Monday 9 a.m. Guaranteed lowest prices on brand name furniture, fitted bedrooms and kitchens. Southwestern Carpets Furnishing Centre, Torquay.
This is BBC One Southwest.
Good evening. Southwest Water claim they didn't inform consumers in the Bodmin area about an increase in aluminium levels for over 10 hours because there was no need. They say the problem was caused by a failure in metering equipment at the Delank treatment works on Bodmin Moor. Acid water had not entered the supply and there was no reason for customers to be alarmed. This hasn't prevented the Labour Party demanding a public inquiry into the incident. The MP Anne Taylor explained why.
I think the confidence of many consumers is very limited, and I think people are rightly concerned and rightly worried, and I think the matter only can be cleared up if we have a full and open public inquiry.
The North Devon MP Tony Speller is putting a series of questions in Parliament following the drowning of teenager Mark Woodward off Ilfracombe in the summer. He'll ask the Secretary of State for Transport, Cecil Parkinson, to explain any delay with the rescue operation. The junior Defence Minister Alan Clark was in Plymouth tonight, attending a meeting of people angry at proposed plans to create a naval nuclear dump at Weston Mill. They were anxious to learn if Mr Clark, a Plymouth MP, would champion their fight against it. Earlier he told Spotlight it wouldn't be proper at this stage to give any indication of what was to happen. A major redevelopment at Drake Circus in the heart of Plymouth has been turned down by the city's planners. They say the changes involved would be too great a burden. Restoration works now started at the Cot Inn at Dartington, severely damaged by fire 2 months ago. The massive thatched roof of the 14th century inn was destroyed, and experts are now carrying out an intricate repair programme. Another weather for the region. Top temperatures will reach 19 Celsius, the winds southeast increasing strong. It'll start cloudy but it'll become brighter with rain spreading from the west. Now the national forecast with Bernard Davey.
Hello to you. It's all eyes now down to the southwest for the next development that'll bring heavy rain and strong winds.
Take place, I have no doubt whatsoever.
Rory Bremner tonight at 9 on BBC Two.
Calling international rescue. Calling international rescue. Join me in 50 minutes after Thunderbirds, or the Earth gets it.
5, 4, 3.
Seller of the decade, the best-selling album in history.
The Montego 1.6L. It's capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 more than 2 seconds faster than the Ford Sierra 1.6L, usually. It also has a slide and tilt sunroof, electronic stereo radio cassette, and a 5-speed gearbox, all as standard. More than you can say for the Cavalier 1.6L. The Montego 1.6L. Doesn't hang about.
G'day. We have country fairs a lot like this back home. Mind you, I don't think that'll ever replace the boomerang. Anyhow, let's see how your local brew compares to ours. Like liquid gold trickling over your taste buds.
4 rounds bottoms, please.
I think I'll give the pub grub a miss.
Foster's, the Amber Nectar.
The world of wood has many enemies. But thanks to ICI, the wood protection range from Dulux keeps the enemy without out, which leaves your wood looking good longer. Dulux Natural Wood Care. It's a rotten world without it.
Hey, Maureen, you make the best cup of tea in the world. How'd you do?
Miss, excuse me, please.
You know, my Terry, he always compliments me on a perfect cuppa.
Miss, excuse me.
It's the PG, really. There's no other tea to beat PG.
Excuse me, miss. Miss, anyone?
Can I help you?
I forgot what I come for.
Now it's chart music, as only it can be presented by Casey Kasem.
From Hollywood, a very special edition of America's Top 10. This week, Casey Kasem counts down the top 10 biggest-selling albums of the 80s with Madonna, Prince, Tina Turner, Bruce Springsteen, REO Speedwagon, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Pink Floyd, Bon Jovi, and Lionel Richie. Now, here's our host, Casey Kasem.
Thank you, Charlie, and hello again, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of America's Top 10. What we have for you this week is our exclusive count.
The tourist attraction that became a fatal attraction. A movie premiere, Terror at London Bridge, Wednesday on ITV.
100-year-old blood.
Well, there's no way to tell for certain. You can't date blood the way you can cloth.
Well, what do you think Chief Dawson's going to say when you tell him?
Well, he's an active dude, boy. I mean, he's got to be pushing, what, 140?
Angie, the guy we're looking for actually thinks he's Jack the Ripper.
Terror at London Bridge, Wednesday at 10:35 on ITV.
I want the report here first thing. It's in my filing cabinet. Right, hang on, Mr. Thompson. Oh. Which one, Mr... Hello?
When you need something somewhere fast, call Data Post. We'll deliver documents, heavy items and consignments anywhere in the UK, guaranteed. And to all major business centres by 10 a.m.
Ah, that'll be my report.
When you're depending on it, Data Post it.
Lou. Lieutenant's the name. I was working for Candy Floss. She'd sprung her brother Dennis. It was close, but not that close. Tennant's Pilsner. That's good, but not that good.
If an egg is all you've got, but you'd like a funky cot, scream for cream. Cream is absolutely natural, cream is absolutely pure, but you've got to get the real thing to be absolutely sure. So take a strawberry in your hand, pick a really nice one and oi! Scream for cream, it's only natural. Oi! Scream for cream, there's nothing like it. Oi! Scream for cream.
Have you noticed?
When you want the juicing lot, we'll give it to you juicing quick.
Juicing?
Spinning through the top 10 albums of the 1980s is Casey Kasem, here in about 2 minutes. Following the news headlines now from Zainab Badawi.
Iranian.
The trouble is, they taste too good.
What? You got cooking? Hey, how's about cooking something up?
From Finder's Lean Cuisine come 4 delicious new dishes, like glazed pork mandalay and lamb tikka masala. Less fat, more taste.
How's about cooking something up with me?
Enjoy healthier eating. Finder's Lean Cuisine.
This is TSW Nighttime. Now welcome to the world of Stephen King.
Why are these...
Olympic Grandstand is live from Seoul with the opening ceremony of the 24th Olympiad. And you can see it all on BBC One now. And there we reach the end of our evening on BBC Two. It's just after 12 minutes past 1 o'clock. We're off home to watch yet more television, I imagine. So from all of us on Two, have a great weekend and good night to you.
Uckley Farm was a rotten place for holes. No Hellmans. I had to run all the way home for my own. Coming back, I dreamt of thick, creamy Fab Hellmans with jacket spuds and sweet corn. Cool. Fancy having to run home for your own spuds as well. Hellmans real mayonnaise.
Why does home and away star Frank Morgan feel like shooting himself? This week's TV Times corners Alex Paps, who plays Frank, to try and discover what happens now that Rue, his old love, is back on the scene. Whatever it is, it's bound to mean trouble. Also, the search is on for our Senior of the Year, with £18,000 worth of prizes to be won. Plus, all your favourite programmes on ITV and Channel 4 for the whole week ahead. Only in TV Times.
Wednesday, mistress of suspense. Someone's plotting a curious suicide.
Some murderers want to get caught. It's guilt, I guess. You remember I was dating Margaret. Then you told her I was seeing another girl. I'll never forgive you for that.
Secrets keep people together. Shared secrets. Sex is a secret. Murder is a better one.
Jane Lapotaire and Nicole Williamson star in Mistress of Suspense, Wednesday at 9 on ITV.
And at 11:35 tonight, we continue the search for the best blues band in the country. Jules Holland is the presenter. He's chosen from 200 originally, and it's down to the last 4. That's at 11:35 this evening. But now it's time for The Upper Hand.
Sue, look, no problem, no problem. Now, look, the chef's got it all under control. Yeah. Last night I curled up with Delia Smith. Now it's a cookbook.
On canvas next, superstars of wrestling.
What goes up must come down. Super Fresco makes it easy. It's by Graham Brown. That flat back firmly put in its place. Press it down, it bounces back. What goes up must come down. Super Fresco goes up easy. It's by Graham Brown.
Super Fresco makes it easy.
You fancy a few lagers, right? But nothing to attract the law.
Order, order!
So what do? You ask for Klausthaler. Klausthaler is brewed in Germany like a proper lager should be.
But Klausthaler has so little alcohol it cannot put you over the limit.
If you like lager a lot, you can now drink a lot of lager. Klausthaler is good, yeah?
Low in alcohol.
Big on taste.
Start collecting key vouchers from TV Times and you could win this villa in Spain. Read of the discoveries made by James Seymour about the Duchess of Windsor.
If you're a fan of Lee Marvin, well, you're laughing because we've got him tomorrow night or the early hours of Wednesday morning in the film Prime Cut. That's at 1 a.m. And now to the canvas.
Jake the Snake Roberts on to victory here in Madison Square Garden. Plenty more action still to come. We'll be back.
Could there be a better way to feed the dog you care for?
This new pedigree chum seems to have put excitement into feeding times. It's got that something extra. And to see them enjoying it, then that's wonderful.
2 of my dogs have delicate tummies, but we feel now we've got them a new pedigree chum. It's absolutely first class for them.
Yeah, it's a terrific food. And if you wanted any persuasion, just come and see my dogs.
They believe there is a better way to feed a dog. New pedigree chum. Top breeders recommend it.
I love going up this hill.
Oh, aye?
Every step takes me closer to heaven. The Star and Garter and Webster's Yorkshire Bitter, that unsurpassable pint, brewed with pure Pennine water.
Can't be far off now, Uncle. I've just seen an angel. What she couldn't do for me.
She couldn't pull you a pint of Webster's, lad?
No.
Well, then, that's no basis for a stable relationship.
It's right tasty as Webster's.
Let me put it this way. If it isn't here Thursday, none of us will have jobs on Friday.
Don't worry, it'll be there. When you need something overseas fast, call Data Post. With experts in over 100 countries, every delivery is carefully timetabled and guaranteed to arrive right on time.
It's here.
When you're depending on it, Data Post it.
Whether it's morning, noon or night, you'll find...
Oh, I'm starving.
Heinz ravioli comes in handy. It's ready in minutes. And with no artificial colours or preservatives.
Yum.
Even your mother would approve.
Where have you been all night? What? I'm just off to work, Mum.
Great meals from Heinz. Just heat 'em and eat 'em.
Did you run into a little, trouble out there?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Lost a couple buttons on my chinos. Could you...
Tennant's the name. I was working for Candy Floss. She'd sprung her brother Dental on me at the Club Sandwich. He was her problem. Fingers in his mob were at their usual table, toasting the barman. I ordered some Tennant's Pilsner. The cool taste was Paradise Island. Meanwhile, Dental was about to light up. I had a choice. Leave my Tennant's Pilsner or stay around for the big bang. It was close, but not that close. Tennant's Pilsner. It's good, but not that good.
Have you noticed how more people are flying Aer Lingus these days? Is it because we fly from Manchester to Ireland up to 5 times a day? Is it because our range of low fares start at just £61 return and our new executive class fares now only £94 return? Or is it because no other airline in the world knows how to make you feel more at home?
Thank you. You're welcome.
Aer Lingus.
Watch out for the XXX brand. XXX, the extra strong mint from Rowntree's.
We shall be joining Batman in a few minutes, but is it too late?
Hundreds of bikes like these get pinched in Britain every day. Disappear, vanish. And the trouble is that even if the police do find them, they probably won't be able to trace the owner. Well, now there's a way of making sure they can. Get it punched. Yeah, punched. Either your bike dealer or your local crime prevention officer will tell you where to go to get your postcode, your house number stamped on the bike frame. It's like having your own address on it, but it's there for good. Mind you, if you locked your bike up properly in the first place, you probably wouldn't get it pinched. Get it punched, not pinched.
A busy road. A driver wants to turn right across the oncoming traffic. He sees a gap. It seems to be enough. But because his attention is focused on the approaching lorry, he doesn't notice a motorcyclist driving perfectly correctly somewhere in front of it. Look out for bikes when you turn right.
And it's on to the next question. What is an E-111?
An E-111 is the latest supersonic intercontinental ballistic missile?
No, Martin. E-111 is the code number of the latest biological enzyme ingredient in automatic washing powder. I'm afraid not, Georgina.
An E-111 sounds like a very boring government form to me.
Absolutely correct. It is indeed an exceedingly boring government form. But the interesting thing about the E-111 is that if you get one and take it with you when you travel abroad, either on holiday or business, it entitles you to free or reduced cost medical treatment in most common market countries. So get this leaflet and find out more about the E-111 certificate at your local social security office or ask your travel agent. Because if you travel without an E-111 and fall ill abroad, that could be really boring.
May I have a word with you over here, please, madam? Is this all your baggage, madam?
The outcome of a sentimental impulse could mean a sentence of death for the animal you love and couldn't leave behind, and for you or someone like you, death in a manner that is beyond description.
Time now to catch up with the latest news headlines from ITN.
Two men have died and another is injured after a train crash at West Brompton in London. All three were railway workers. The accident happened when two British rail trains collided at the...
Count will begin now. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A very good morning. Good morning. Good morning. A very good morning.
All-night television, in a sense, leading towards that momentous moment at the dawn when you really consider why you're alive.
The Other Side of Midnight on Night Time.
On Night Time right now, the dynamic duo.
It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and Gotham City is rubbing the sleep out of its eyes.
You're watching TSW Nighttime.
Boys, they were encased by Catwoman in a giant echo chamber where the drip, drip, drop of a faucet was magnified.
How would you handle this? We could try ignoring it, sir. I see. Pretend nothing has happened and hope everything turns out all right in the morning.
I think it's ruddy marvelous.
It's the strangest feeling we've been through this exact same thing before.
Except this time I know exactly what I'm doing, Elaine.
Overpaid, oversexed, and over there.
It's the strangest feeling we've been through this exact same thing before.
It all sounds like some bad movie.
What's the chart news from the States? Find out next from Casey Kasem.
Left alone for just a few minutes, thousands of small children every year land themselves in hospital.
My Jack, where's my milk, Jack?
Recovered from the initial shock, but to severe damage to the skin tissue. She has very nasty burns on both hands. We'll need to do several skin grafts to prevent any permanent disability.
Many household chemicals now have bottle caps which children can't undo. But they can't protect your child if you pour the contents into another container.
No, he was eating the glue cup.
Now measuring blood levels to determine the risk of brain damage and possible blindness. Just a few teaspoonfuls of this chemical can be fatal. As you can see from the chest X-ray, the small amount of turpentine contained in the vomit which he inhaled has scarred a large area of both lungs.
How did Jane cut your milk like a good boy?
His lungs are now permanently damaged.
Keep all household products in their original containers. Keep them in a cupboard out of children's reach. And keep the cupboard locked.
Toby!
Keep children safe.
Motorways are built for fast-moving traffic. Don't stop, even on the hard shoulders, unless you really have to. And then, be careful. Because remember, hard shoulders are only for emergencies. They're not for casual stops. Or your children's convenience. Not for checking maps or changing drivers. Getting it wrong could cost you your money, up to a £1,000 fine. Or your life.
lethal weapons. Keep them off the streets.
You've got the bike, you've got the gear. Don't spoil it all. Get the skills, too, that show you're a real rider. A training course will teach you skill and control, and road sense, and simple maintenance. Find out about training courses in your area. Contact your local dealer or road safety officer for details. Get yourself trained.
I present this in the hope that our great nations may learn to live in peace.
Nighttime.
Watch for 60 minutes on Nighttime.
Nighttime.
Round off 7 days sporting activity in Sports Week on Nighttime.
Nighttime.
Whoa, hold it right there. Hi, I'm Phil Donahue. Join me on Nighttime. Okay, go ahead.
Nighttime. Nighttime.
And from NT now, we go to the States for Casey Kasem's chart.
Last week, Simply Red.
You're watching TSW Nighttime.
Last week, Martika shut down the competition, leaping...
Mike Scott leads a live and lively discussion in The Time, The Place, coming up at 3 o'clock. Then at 3:40, Nightbeat takes rock, pop and fashion off the wall. But now a special program looks at the rise of rap.
1, 2, 3. Run DMC's, award nominees, the K.I.
So, what did TSB say about a mortgage?
Yes, he said, the way things are, I could get 3 times my salary.
What about one of those mortgage guarantee certificate things?
Yes, no problem.
But we don't even have a solicitor. What about insurance?
Yes. They can help us with all that.
Then, of course, we need a loan to make it look really nice.
Yes.
Well, what do you think?
TSB, the bank that likes to say yes.
From dependable Skoda dealers come dependable Skodas. Skodas with performance and style. Practical, spacious, with impressive specifications. Skodas are tough and reliable. Really comfortable family cars at really comfortable prices. Test drive a Skoda and see for yourself. Ask your local dealer. You really can afford a dependable Skoda.
Discover a secret garden. Fennel, witch hazel, chamomile. Discover the secret of naturally beautiful skin. New Timotei Moisturizer with natural herbal extracts cares for your skin to leave it feeling beautifully soft. Timotei Moisturizer, one of 4 new skincare preparations from Timotei's Secret Garden.
There's a feeling that can hit you anytime and any place.
There's one who knows the secret of the one and only taste. Delicious and chicken, herbs and spices too, that brings the taste of secret deliciously to you.
The secret's in the taste.
do oh, oh, babba-doo, babba-doo, boogaloo, babba-doo, babba-doo, oh, oh, babba-doo, babba-doo, whap bam boogie, babba-doo, babba-doo, oh, oh, babba-doo, babba-doo. Let's go, let's go.
In just over 4 minutes, Mike Scott will be leading a discussion on widowhood in The Time, The Place. That follows the news after the break.
For 0.75% off mortgages over £60,000 for the first year, call 0800 800 444 now.
Hello. Time for another Heineken commercial. But don't worry, it doesn't last long.
Only Heineken can do this because it refreshes the parts other beers cannot reach.
These British have got it made.
Yeah?
Yeah, with Pan Am's U.S. super prices, they can fly to New York from just £299 return and take advantage of other great fares to enjoy the USA.
You know they drive on the other side in Britain?
Really? How'd they reach the steering wheel? How'd they reach the steering
See your travel agent about Pan Am's U.S. super prices to the USA.
Now the news from the studios of ITN in London.
Do you know, it's funny being back in this old place again. I suppose mainly because I've never been here before. No, you see, in my day, Wood Lane was at Alexandra Palace, and Alexandra Palace was somewhere else, presumably. We had a marvellous time down there, you know, just the two of us, me and Bob Lockhead. Lovely chap. I used to call him Bob. I don't know why. Always made him laugh, though. And, of course, the great difference then was it was all live, no videotape, no repeats. Not like now.
Okay, so Harry is dead. Splintched by a falling wing, and nothing I can say or do will bring him back again. But he died like a hero, saving our darling Cassie. He sacrificed himself of his own free will, which means no insurance claim. Now get him out of here!
Oh, right, so I look at the camera with the light on. Fine, fine. Not a very bright light. Oh, there you are, there you are. Sorry. You see, in my day, Bob used to wave a flag. I mean, there were no lights. One day he came in without it. Panic. Real panic. I mean, do you know what he did? He just went straight home and got it. Saved the day. We never let him forget it, though. From then on, do you know what we called him? No Flag Bob. Marvellous times they were. Wonderful times. And now, behind the beat. Splendid.
Picture this. We've got a hot one for you. Oh, la, la.
Let me hear you scream.
Wake up! My parents fly back today! Who are you? Who are you?
Oh, she. Get these glasses. Come on. Come on, you stupid thing. Oh, no. Oh, hello, French polishers. It's just possible you could save my life.
Mum, just landed. Oh, quiet.
I'm on my way.
If we said we thought Carlsberg could put hairs on your chest, it'd be somewhat unbelievable. If we said Carlsberg could make you more attractive to women, it'd be claiming slightly too much. If, however, we said we believed Carlsberg was the best lager in the world, it'd be true. Well, probably.
Night Flight 2. The new album of great music. 16 soulful songs from Gloria Estefan, Earth, Wind and Fire, Luther Vandross, Joyce Sims. Night Flight 2. Night Flight 2. More great music to come home to.
When you want a drink in the sun, there's only one. New Sunkissed Orange Crush with real orange juice. Go on, drink it in.
A musical interlude brought to you by Nighttime.
Goodbye, everyone.
Batman, Robin and Catwoman are here after the news headlines.
Soviet leader President Gorbachev is under pressure on two fronts this morning. Ethnic unrest in Abkhazia, Georgia, has led to two regional Communist Party secretaries being sacked. Their dismissal follows the murder of two police cadets during extensive rioting. And striking miners in the Ukraine are still refusing to return to work, despite a personal promise from Mr. Gorbachev that proposals for better pay would be put before Parliament.
Their grievances, ones that have triggered an unprecedented crisis in Soviet industry, centre on appalling living conditions. This angry miner explained that 7 families live off this one corridor. There is 1 room per family, 3 generations sometimes sleeping together. All the families share this one sink. There's no shower and no bath. For these people, Gorbachev has raised their expectations, but not their living standards. Behind the smiles, a grim determination to hold out for real changes. Robert Moore, ITN, Moscow.
A senior American diplomat.
No matter how heavy your partner, there's no roll together with the ultimate sleep system from Silent Night.
Oh, dear. Call this a service? We're supposed to be valued customers, you know. Value? They don't know the meaning of the word. As long as they... Ah! We're nearly there. I don't believe it. Have you seen this? Ah!
Traditional ways of depositing and withdrawing money can prove inconvenient. That's why Abbey National have introduced the Abbey Link Red Diamond. You can withdraw cash, check your balance, even make deposits on 3 different types of account with a single card.
That's more like it. Small, quiet, fast and efficient.
What? Oh, hello, dear. I was just talking about you.
Abbey Link, a member of Link, the national cash network.
Kellogg's Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. Delicious golden flakes of corn, encrusted with honey, nuts, and brown sugar, which makes them quite the most irresistible breakfast imaginable. Kellogg's Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. The trouble is, they taste too good.
There is a food for dogs that contains over 50% more meat than the best-selling tin dog food in Britain. Its name is Winalot Prime.
Thank goodness for that.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
When we get a cold, we most likely get a bunged-up nose or a sore throat. But all too often, we get both together. Double trouble. And that's precisely why lockets have a double action.
On the outside, menthol to help clear your nose and let you breathe more easily. Inside, a liquid center to soothe your throat.
Making you feel altogether human again.
So for double trouble, double action lockets help clear your nose and soothe your throat.
Changes.
Change your style. Salon style. Hold your style. Versatile. With Vidal Sassoon, you've never been in better shape.
When you buy an Ariston, its guarantee is 5 years long. Last well past 1991, Ariston, and on, and on, and on. 1 million French think they're très bon. 500,000 Germans can't be wrong. From Italia to Breton, Ariston, and on, and on.
When you allow pure mountain spring water and nature's effervescence to wash over coffee beans, something remarkable happens. You remove the caffeine but keep the smooth, rich coffee flavor. Café Hard, naturally decaffeinated.